Who knew that Mother Nature herself would have a say in the political arena? As winter blizzards hit Iowa, they've thrown a wrench into the political rallies leading up to the crucial caucus night. Former President Donald Trump, a key figure in this political showdown, found himself canceling 3 out of his 4 Commit to Caucus rallies due to these extreme weather conditions. But not all was lost. Trump swiftly adapted to the situation, replacing the canceled rallies with tele-rallies. This allowed him to connect with his supporters and maintain his campaign momentum, despite the weather's best efforts to slow it down. And while Trump himself couldn't be there in person, his surrogates stepped up, with figures like State Rep. Bobby Kaufman, Donald Trump Jr., and Kimberly Guilfoyle rallying on his behalf. Now, despite these cancellations, there's one thing that remains unchanged: Trump's standing in the polls. Even with Mother Nature's unexpected intervention, Trump's support remains strong, hovering around a solid 50%. While the winter storms may have put a damper on Trump's physical presence, they've certainly stirred up a flurry of interest in the upcoming caucus. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty of the 2024 Iowa Republican caucus as it kickstarts the presidential campaign. The Iowa caucus, despite having few delegates at stake, is seen as a significant victory and a bellwether for the rest of the campaign. This caucus is the first voting process of the 2024 presidential campaign, and it sets the stage for all the drama, debates, and decision-making to follow. Our former president, Donald Trump, is currently leading the charge with a double-digit lead. He's aiming to achieve the largest margin of victory in a competitive Iowa Republican caucus. However, the rest of the field, including potential challengers Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, are bracing for a tough competition. A strong second-place finish could be the best-case scenario for them, but in politics, surprises are always just around the corner. The voting process in the Iowa Republican caucus is quite unique. It's more of a straw poll, where voters jot down the name of their favorite candidate on a slip of paper. The process is entirely run by the Republican Party of Iowa, with volunteers counting votes and reporting results. While it's a media event, no candidate will secure enough delegates to clinch the Republican presidential nomination outright. It's also important to note that winning the Iowa caucus doesn't guarantee a ticket to the White House. The winners of the Iowa Republican caucuses have not always gone on to secure the GOP's presidential nomination. More often, Iowa is seen in conjunction with the other early states, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina, as a means to narrow the field and offer opportunities to candidates with less money or name recognition. With all eyes on Iowa, it's clear that this caucus is more than just a voting event. It's a test of strength and strategy in the political arena. With the caucus night drawing near, Trump's popularity appears to be weathering the storm quite well. Despite winter blizzards forcing the cancellation of 3 out of his 4 Commit to Caucus rallies in Iowa, Trump's campaign remains undeterred, adapting quickly to the changing climate by switching to tele-rallies. This ingenious move allows him to connect with voters remotely, ensuring his voice still resonates across the frost-covered plains of Iowa. Trump's unique appeal as a candidate, coupled with his strong support base, has helped him maintain a formidable lead in the polls. His popularity and national appeal have made him a distinctive figure on the campaign trail, a force to be reckoned with, even amidst the swirling snowstorms. Even his physical absence due to the weather conditions doesn't seem to have significantly impacted his standing in the polls, which remains strong at about 50%. However, the political landscape, much like the weather, can be unpredictable. A low turnout night where party activists show up and Trump loyalists stay home could potentially benefit rival candidate Ron DeSantis. Yet, the chances of a political upset appear slim, given Trump's substantial lead and the unwavering loyalty of his supporters. As the snow settles and caucus night looms, it seems that Trump might just ride high into this low-temp winter event. But in politics, as in weather, conditions can change quickly.